Biloxi, Mississippi.
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Yep,
It must
and
have
I
been hot.
did my overseas training at Tonopah, Nevada,
Okay.
which was, the pits of the world. Out in the middle of the desert with all the, bushes and, yeah.
Well, to make you feel any better, the military hasn't changed. They still put us in the right places.
I know, they have their favorite places, how to make your life miserable without trying.
And so, what did you do? So you were drafted, and then you went to basic training, and then you went to your overseas training
Yep,
to fly on a B-21.
B-24.
B-24.
I got pictures, yeah, right there. That was some of the planes that I flew the missions on.
Okay.
Yep,
And so
the old relics.
So what were some of the missions that you did, and what were you doing on those?
Well, the first mission I ever flew was, it was on a ferret ship, which is radar, detect enemy radar. And at that time, we were buddies with Russia. We used to get the weather report into Alaska because they were flying a lot of airplanes from Alaska into Russia on a Lend-Lease program. And the ferret ship, if the clouds were low, we just sit on top of it to detect enemy radar. And if planes came, what you do is dive into it. We were all radar, so we could, hide on them. And I ever thought, well, this is going to be duck soup, flying this kind of mission. But after we dropped our bombs on an airfield, they shot at us, and their ground artillery was, the Japanese were ill-trained. I mean, you could see the anti-aircraft bursting in back of you, but they weren't anywhere near you. So I figured, well, we got it made. But the second mission, we flew over Katioka Naval Straits, which had a couple of Japanese battle wagons of some kind down there. And those boys had the equipment. They could track you, they could shoot you, and that's when I grew up. Believe me. That one mission made a man out of me. And to this day, I went from that youngster there to this one here with the ribbons on my chest. I just sit here and glad that I only flew 7 missions. And, I came back to the United States in one piece.
Aww.
And lived happily ever after.
Now,
We did have, though, because we were at peace with the Russians, we flew and bombed some of the smallest targets in the war. We bombed all the way from Kamchatka, which is the part of Russia, all to the Kuril Islands, all the way down to Hokkaido in Japan. And that was a 15-hour mission. And believe me, in a B-24, which is not a luxury liner, after 15 hours on one mission like that, Lord have mercy, I'll tell you, it just drained the life right out of you. I only had one like that, and I just hope that, today, it'd be a lot faster with the, the jet engine and stuff.
and air conditioning.
I'm talking about, horse and wagon in comparison to what you have today.
Absolutely.
You sit behind a jet, push the throttle, and you do, like 700-800 miles an hour. We were doing about 155. But we got the bombs delivered, you know. We did the best we could with what we had.
I didn't go to Japan, but I've been to Korea, and just the utter appreciation that they have for Americans and American soldiers to have given their lives for people that they don't even know is just astounding. And it's an honor to be standing next to a man who committed himself to liberating the world. And so with that, I think maybe we can move on to
Sure.
honoring him
Yeah, sure.
as best that we can.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Leo, you are a link in that long, long chain
Yeah.
from the Revolutionary War up to now, who left home, left your family, left your friends, and went out to protect the United States. And I can't say enough. There's only a few you World War II guys around, and I'm so glad that we're here to honor you and thank you for all you did.
I thank all of you too.
So with that, let me put my glasses on. This is from the State of Connecticut Veterans Affairs. Dear Mr. Boyko, thank you for your selfless service and sacrifice to our nation and state. The freedom and opportunities we share in America today are a direct result of your service and those of your fellow comrades who made the ultimate sacrifice. Since before the nation was founded, Connecticut residents have answered the call to duty. You are part of that history. The enclosed Connecticut Veterans Wartime Service Medal is an important token of the esteem that our citizens hold you in because of your wartime service. This historic medal binds you with all other veterans who have served this country in uniform dating back to World War I. It signifies that you are a true American and Connecticut hero. Congratulations on being awarded this medal, and I hope you will join me and your fellow veterans in wearing it often and proudly, especially on Veterans Day. Again, thank you for your service to this great country. If the Connecticut Department of Veterans Affairs can ever be of service to you or your family, please do not hesitate to contact us. And it's signed Sean M. Connolly, Commissioner of the State of Connecticut Veterans Affairs. Thank you, Leo. And the certificate reads, State of Connecticut, this is to certify that Connecticut Veterans Wartime Service Medal has been awarded to Leo Boyko in grateful recognition and honorable and selfless service during a time of war in the armed forces of the United States of America. And it's also signed Sean M. Connolly, Commissioner of Veterans Affairs, and Daniel P. Malloy, Governor of the State of Connecticut.
Thank you, thank you.
So now we'll have Cadet Blakeman and Cadet Malcolm pin our veteran with his service medal.
This is your service medal.
Good, dear. I'm glad you're a nurse, but you wounded me.
She's gentle.
She won't stick you with the pin, right?
She'll be gentle. She won't stick you in.
Oh, now.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Now, Leo, is there anybody in the room or any of your fallen friends that you would like to remember or thank?
I can't really tell you. I'm just overcome.
How-
Just too much for me to, you know.
Some of them are up there.
Pardon?
Some of them are up there in the pictures.
Well, just about all my crew is gone.
I know.
Yeah, there's none of them left. I'm the only one left out of all of them. So I don't,
Okay.
Well, I'm sure they'd be happy that you're the last.
well, I never dreamed that it would work out that way, but you never know what life, will give you.
Now,
Absolutely.
we know you're overwhelmed, but we have another honor for you from your first select woman, I'm sorry.
And I want our board, Carl and Fred, to come up with me. My name's Susan Bransfield. I'm first selectman in Portland, and it's nice to welcome so many of our Portland residents and guests here today in honor of you, Leo. So thanks for having this party. We all love a party. I think it's important, too, to remember that there's probably a few other people in the room who are veterans. If you just want to raise your hand if you're veteran as well, and I see a few hands going up here, men and women alike. So
Thank you.
let's have a round of applause for all our veterans. And as I think our cadet pointed out a few minutes ago, there's a lot of people who cannot be here today, either because they're doing their service for our country or they're no longer with us. So I would like, in terms of those folks as well as our family members, this is a special time. December and January are special times for us in all manners of faith and hope, that we think about our loved ones. So let's have a moment of silence and private prayer for those people who can't be here today. Thank you. We know that they're with us in spirit today, and that's why I wanted to remember them. The Board of Selectmen, on occasion, has a particular type of certificate of appreciation that we have. So Carl Chudzik and Fred Naus, who are members of our Board of Selectmen, are here with me today, and I'm going to read, and perhaps we'll have a few words from our selectmen as well. It's a certificate of appreciation, Leo. May it be known that this certificate of appreciation is presented today by our Board of Selectmen on behalf of all the people in Portland, some of whom are here with us today. To Leo Boyko for his service to the United States of America by serving as a member of the Armed Forces, specifically in the Pacific Theater during World War II. The town of Portland is very proud and very fortunate to have you here as a resident and a fine citizen in Portland. And let it be known, therefore, that I, as First Selectwoman Susan Bransfield, along with our Board of Selectmen in the town of Portland and the Veterans Affairs Committee, who's represented here as well, to extend sincere thanks to you and appreciation to you, Leo, for you are honored today with the Connecticut Veterans Wartime Service Medal. This is acknowledged the 4th day of December in the year 2015 here in the town of Portland. And I'm going to read for you some of the volunteers that work with us in memory of veterans and in service to our town. Carl Chudzik, Brian Flood, Fred Naus, Michael Pelton, Kathy Richards, Ben Serb as members of our Board of Selectmen, and our Portland Veterans Affairs Committee. And the members of that committee include Kathy Burke, Richard Cody, Philip Tommy DeRing, Timothy Dickerson, Reg Farrington, Don Hutchings, Skip Petrus, Jack Sterry, and Bill Walensky. So we present this to you today,
Thank you.
Leo, in thanks and in recognition of your service to our town as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's one little thing I wanted to say about Leo too, and it's not necessarily about being a veteran, but I think it goes and speaks to your training and your beginnings, which is service to our country. Leo is very dedicated to renewable energy. And renewable energy is something that he and I worked with in terms of the fact that he and Connie, his wife, put solar panels on their house. One of the first houses in our community to do so, and shows a commitment, I think, to the future generations that we are able to leave behind a little less use of resources so the next generation is able to have them. And I think it's important to point out that those years that people give to service in their country as youth carry through, and that contribution, in whatever form it might be, is so important to making our communities the way we are and the way we will be. So I think all of us should think about that in terms of the veterans that you know, and also the service that I know each person in this room gives to our community of Portland, as well as our state of Connecticut, and certainly the United States of America. So
Thank you,
thanks
Sue.
again, Leo.
Thank you.
I think Carl and Fred want to say a few words as well.
Well, I'll be very brief because I know the cake's waiting. No, I'm certainly very happy to be here and to celebrate this ceremony, which is dedicated to Leo's service for all of us. And I think Connie and Leo, it's a nice day and it's a wonderful tribute. Thank you again for your service.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to say the same thing, basically. Thank you for your service, you and your crew and
Thank you.
all your friends and
Well,
comrades.
I did it because, I was told to do it. I got into the middle of it, but at least I'm glad it's over with and I'm here at least.
And we are
I got
too.
a bunch, look at the nice people I got here.
Yeah.
Think that, I was such a big hero.
Thank you for your
I don't
service.
feel I was quite to this level. But I'm thankful to be at least, thought that I was anyway.
Thank you. Thank you.